So why am I making this video? Because I know you are not gonna read the rulebook, so I have to go through it by myself. And because there's 16 teams in the league, that means all of you guys have to know what's going on, and there's like 50 extra teams in the qualifiers anyways. So this video is gonna go through the entire rulebook for the qualifying teams, for the qualified teams, for the invited teams, etc, etc. At least you know what's going on. You don't have an excuse now that you didn't want to read the rulebook. All right. The rulebook is located on our website, SCS6.com. So let's go over it section by section. It's not that long, really. I don't expect this video to be more than like 25 minutes. But trust me, you want to watch because I'm going to go over literally everything. Okay? So keep watching. Okay, we're going to make it fun. So the rule changes, again, all the rule changes, if they are changed, we can do them pretty much at any time, but we will try to let you know as much as possible. Again, it doesn't, like, the season format is not going to just change out of nowhere, but yeah, so rules can be changed by us. And again, the rulebook is valid from 25th, okay? All right, so we can still change things ahead of time. So this video should be up, like, today. I know it's arbitrary, but hey, let's keep going. Code of conduct. Okay, don't do weird stuff. Literally, that's what it means. Don't be a weirdo, okay? You can post weird shit on Twitter, but don't do it here, okay? If you guys have any questions, just message us. Honestly, we're pretty open book. You have a question, message me on Twitter or through Discord. If you don't see me online, message somebody else and they'll relay the information. I'll answer it. Okay, prizes and payments. Okay, the first split prize pool is 5K, and this is the distribution. Okay, it's also in Wikipedia, which link should be down there as well in the description because it's a YouTube. Okay, you guys cannot forfeit more than one game. I mean, you kind of can't forfeit more than one game just because of the structure of the format, but if you forfeit twice, you'll be disqualified and you will not get your money. Okay, so you go to playoffs and you start forfeiting games, you get nada, you don't get this. All right, let's go season rules. So we use a specialized map veto bot on the SCS teams channel. So once you qualify to the event, you actually get transported to a different server where all the qualified teams hang out and we get to do map vetoes and stuff. There's a map veto bot that utilizes scripts, whatever. Well, our IT guy did it, okay? And it's pretty intuitive. You just have to follow the instructions. But you guys cannot make map vetoes on your own just because you want to. Now, the qualifiers, it's a little bit different. Okay. So only we can initiate map vetoes, so you guys can't really just go on your own, do map veto, and then like, hey, come in, we're gonna play Oregon Clubhouse, and I'm just not gonna allow that, you know. You guys have to do it on our own end. That way we get the entire receipt and it's easier for both parties. If you guys do it on your own, we're just not going to accept it. We're going to have you guys do our map veto. Map veto rotation, again, it's ban back pick, ban decider, same as official Ubisoft circuit for the map veto process. The map pool is going to be the same as the Pro League at the moment. If it changes, again, we'll notify you guys and we'll try to find a good point within the split or the season to introduce a new map. Of course, I don't believe there's going to be any changes for the duration of SCS6 because we're going to finish before SI, and again, I don't really think there's going to be a new map coming in. Custom game host, we will host every single game for the season. Again, this video is for seasonal rules. The qualifying are going to be a different video. Okay, voice and text communication. Okay, you guys are going to be on TeamSpeak. We have our own SCS Discord server, but you guys are going to be on TeamSpeak as well. You guys have to be on TeamSpeak when you play, okay? I don't require you guys to be on Discord. In fact, I probably don't want you to be on both, since we can just access you on TeamSpeak anyways. There can only be a limited amount of you guys. At the moment, we allow to have 6 people, I believe. Okay, 7 users are allowed, but remember that I will only unmute the coach. When it comes to the analyst, it's a lot more problematic. So the coach can communicate with the team, but the analyst will remain muted during the tactical timeout. Obviously, you guys are allowed to have 7 plus people in a TeamSpeak call if there's an admin intervention required, right? So there should never be more than 7. you guys are not allowed to join each other's TeamSpeaks. If I see one of you guys go into another TeamSpeak channel, like a team during the game, I'm just DQing you guys. Like it's out of the question. Okay, the TeamSpeak is built for easeability of use, that you can join channels pretty easily without having us to manage you all. But you have to be in your own channel, and this is pretty strict. You guys cannot just hop into another team's channel. Okay, if you guys see you guys just do that, you just instantly DQ. I want to make sure you guys understand this. Instant DQ. Okay, and this is no bullshit here. All right, so we don't recommend you guys to type in all chat, but I can't stop you from it. Okay, but remember, you guys are on stream. You're displaying your team, and I will never mute certain people during the game. Like, everyone will remain unmuted for the all chat purposes. So remember, when you type in chat, you represent your team. If you're willing to type in some weird stuff, I can't stop you, but you remember, we're also an entity. We're also streaming you guys, so please have respect for us, at least. That we're trying to put out a premium product, right? And we want to showcase you guys in the best light possible. So make sure you are behaving well, okay? But there's no restrictions to, you know, asking for timeout, blah blah blah. GG. Don't type GG easy. Okay, that's weird. Don't be a weirdo. Okay. Again, guys, there's specific rules against angling, right? Tilting directly, threatening the other team in all chat. Again, this is not good, right? We're gonna have a talk if you do that. Rehost and timeout. So this is like, look at this section. It's pretty big. Just want to cover it extensively. Okay. You guys are allowed to talk to your coach only during the tactical timeout. Okay. You guys have to make sure you give us an advance call for a timeout. Okay. Do not just do it during bloody like big phase. That's a little too late, right? Let us know in advance. Hey, we want to take a tactical timeout. And remember, it's a best of 3, so you're allowed a tactical timeout per map, right? I'm not gonna ask you why you want a tactical timeout, so just call it, you'll get it. Okay. All right. So you guys can talk to the coach during the tactical timeout. The tactical timeout is only a minute, so make sure you know what you're gonna talk about. You guys cannot chain the timeouts unless like we have to, but obviously do not do that. You guys need to call it out again early as possible, because we need to make sure we can pause the game, right? Because you will have that problem. You know that problem. You guys want to call a tactical timeout and then you just don't get it because you called it too late. Yeah, we don't want to do that. You guys can also use technical timeouts to fix technical issues with a player. Again, disconnects, crashes. I mean, technical timeouts, don't take them if like all 5 people are in the lobby. Like, I don't want to see a technical timeout and then just like everyone sits there, right? At least let me know what's going on. Okay. And again, during technical timeout, you cannot speak to the coach. Okay, rehost, you have to get them approved, just like Challenger League. So I know we have 8 Challenger League teams and 8 qualifying teams, which are not in Challenger. They might be. But you guys need to make sure when you guys call for a rehost, you wait for an approval, all right? But you have to keep playing. You can't just call a rehost and stand and spawn AFK, right? And then you're gonna get denied, right? Like, you keep playing. In a best of 1 setting, there's 1 tactical timeout. You know, timeout like in general, I should say. And again, it kind of increases with the amount of maps you guys have, and there's 1 per map. So you guys get 1. Additional ones, it depends. Like if we need to fix technical issues or something else pops up. But then again, you need to talk to the administrator about that. Okay. All right. These are all like very specific rules that just cover what is the round impact. So let's talk about the round impact, right? So let's talk about the rehost in general. You guys, if somebody disconnects before the 2:30 time limit, you guys are allowed to rehost. Okay, so 2:45 somebody crashes, call a rehost. Obviously, honestly, don't wait until like last moment. Call a bloody rehost right now, right? Because we can get the player back in and we can keep going. If there's damage already dealt during the round before that, I cannot give you guys a rehost if somebody crashes. Okay, so somebody spawn peeks you, downs you to like 5 HP. That's it. That's kind of like that's it. We can't really do that. Another thing is that if you guys started the game 4v5, like unfortunately we had to do that, for example, you guys cannot introduce more players during that map. All right. Protesting. Okay, protesting a match, you guys have to do it like ASAP. Don't just wait until the next day and protest. At least let us know that you have something in your mind. But then remember, if it's a skin protest, when you're in a seasonal game, we'll most likely see it, but we'll not act for you, okay? So if you want to protest for skin, you need to do it yourself. If somebody's running a weird skin, somebody's running Jaeger Ember Eyes, you have to protest it. We won't do anything, okay? If you guys are okay with that, we can go, all right? But obviously, do not run Ember Eyes, okay? I don't want to see like 5 Ember Eyes running around just because you're cool with it, okay? There's certain rules in place. Make sure you follow them. Again, match fixing is strictly prohibited due to the nature of the bracket. Can't do that. And again, each dispute is a case-by-case basis, so just because there's a precedent, there might be more context to the situation, so make sure, like, understand our perspective too, right? Because especially like a lot of teams just read the rulebook and they're like treat it as like a Bible, like everything is true. Like, as much as we try to find the most appropriate solution for everything, right? Sometimes certain things have to be adjusted to get the best outcome to a certain situation. Okay, forfeits. Only the team captain can forfeit. So if your substitute player wants to decide to be a little funny guy and say, hey, we want to forfeit the game today, I'm gonna check with the team captain or the coach. Okay, so that rule protects you. If you guys are not here by 15 minutes of starting the match, that's kind of a forfeit. Like, we have a schedule. We also expect you to be professional and punctual with your times when you arrive, so make sure you're here on time. All right, scheduling changes. Okay, here's where it gets pretty complicated. In fact, like, maybe not as complicated as I should have said. You guys can't just schedule game to a different day. That doesn't work that way. The schedule is very set in place. You guys have to let us know like a week in advance if you can move games. And trust me, there's like 99% chance that the game is just not going to get moved. That's because we're approved only for certain days to broadcast the games, and we want to broadcast all of them. That means also rescheduling my staff that has to observe, cast, and produce the game. So you guys have to make sure you have to play on each of those days that are like pointed out in your schedule. Okay, if you can't, you have 7 spots. Yeah, you have 7 players on your team. Get substitutes. Okay, I don't want to see a single roster going into the season with only 5 people on the roster. Okay, get your coach. If you don't have subs, get your coach, get your analyst. Okay, that could potentially sub in during a map. Right? Oh, our players can't be here at 6 p.m. EST for the first game, for the first map at least. Okay, play with your coach. Like, this is just something that we can't really control, and you guys have to accommodate for the times. All right, this is just something we can't just move people around. This is no longer like a amateur show. Okay, we are approved for certain days, certain times, and we have to just go with it. All right. Okay, and again, if there's an official Rainbow Six event, we will reschedule without any penalties. Like, for example, with SI, obviously we're not going to be streaming during SI, but if there's something like official going on with you guys, for example, there's an official Ubisoft event with CL teams invited, we'll obviously reschedule these games if you guys are playing in SCS as well. Okay, operator engage limitations. This is something that's going to be updated as we go because there's going to be new seasons releasing as we play. So we will keep you guys updated on the operators that are in quarantine. I believe for this upcoming season, at least split 1, it's going to be Thorn. I believe we're going to be allowing Osa to be played in the season, but again, we'll keep you guys in mind. Ban cosmetics, okay? Check your blood cosmetics. Okay, because here's the thing. A lot of you guys saying, oh, I don't play Capcan. Like, I'm just not going to check my Capcan. Check your bloody Capcan. Because remember, your coach is going to like counter strat, right? You take tactical timeout, you play Capcan, and then you click Capcan, you have Ember Eyes on, okay? Make sure you go through every single operator, all your uniforms, and change them to legal, okay? Especially, like, qualified teams. Okay, because I know invite teams from CL, you guys already know this, okay? But you guys qualify teams, you have to make sure all your skins are legal. I don't want to see any bloody Ember Eyes running around, okay? But the ones that are approved, are here. And here, this is not a joke, by the way. Hold up. Right? This is a furry smoke from April Fool's event. You can play him. All right? Now, you'll ask you why. Well, first, it's funny. Second, it's a purple highlighter. Okay, I can see you guys from the moon. Okay? It's a little gimmick that we have in our league. It's fun. It's entertaining. And it's kind of a disadvantage by running it. So if you see a purple smoke, that's fine. Okay? Purple furry smoke. That's a little gag that we have here. All right. Spawn killing. 2 seconds. So I don't want to see you guys in the windows, gluing the windows, you know, and shooting people into spawn. I don't think there's any spawn kills like that, at least right now. But remember, 2 seconds. If it's 257, go ahead. If it's 258, no good. Okay. These are the custom game settings. Again, this is something that we set up, but that's just so you know. Okay, rosters on time. So you guys need to have at least 5 players on your roster. You cannot just start the season with 4. And remember, the roster law comes into place. It's the biggest one, biggest issue. Maximum roster size is 7 players, including coaches that could play. So anyone who can appear in the lobby needs to be registered on the roster, okay? If you guys have 7 players and then a coach, that's still fine, okay? Those 7 players are like a pool that you can pick to have during the game. Again, you guys have to accommodate for it, really. There can be a maximum of 2 captains, so one support and 1 coach, or 1 support staff, I should say. Captains, you know, responsible for filing and stuff like that. So instead of, you know, bugging Bagel 445, I'm gonna talk to your captain, right? Here's the biggest thing. This is something that will cause a lot of talk, I should say. Invited teams, you guys can change your roster up to 24 hours before the seasonal play day. So the split 1 begins on December 6th, okay? You guys can make changes up until December 5th. Okay, so that full roster needs to be established before the first game day. And again, just because you haven't played doesn't mean your roster is still open, right? I want to make sure your roster is established day before we begin the season. Now, a roster fully locked and cannot be changed for the duration of the split event or / tournament. Once you guys start, you guys have to finish it in the same group. It's 4 weeks. Okay, look, I'm sorry, if you can't stick together for 4 weeks, maybe this is not for you, okay? Ultimately, you're only gonna play a maximum of, I believe, like 3 games in a group stage. That's a maximum, and then quarters, semis, and final. Like, okay, if you can't play 5 best of 3s and a best of 5 in one group, I can't help you. All right, we're trying to have an event that a team can stick together from qualifiers, qualify in the same group, okay? They go through the group stage with the same kind of core, all right? They get to the playoffs, and they may win, all right? And it shows actual teamwork, right? I don't want to see people play 1 week, drop 2 people, pick 2 new people, change that. No, it's 4 weeks, okay? Play it out. This is something that will grow the ecosystem. I know this might seem maybe alien to a lot of you guys, but ultimately, we believe we're making the right choice with this one. Again, no exceptions, guys. I hope you all understand. You need to make sure you have those players. Sign up more, okay? And once you qualify, you can't add more people. Once you qual, that's it. That's your group. That's a group of players who are registered and who are going to be playing. Yeah, these are just like specific rules that you guys could go over. Roster team changes, that doesn't apply. That just exists because I don't want to wipe it, but this doesn't apply to the splits. Again, there's a roster lock. Substitute players, so you guys need to sign up. Just like as I said, more than 5 players have substitutes. You can only change out 1 player during the game, by the way. So that's a bigger rule. So you can't play map 1 with 5 players, right? And then take 2 and then put like 2 of your subs. No, you can only be 1 player, okay? Only be 1. If you need to make an emergency roster today, you need to talk to us, straight up. We need to understand why you're requesting that. And then again, I warned you guys, this video exists, okay? I expect you to watch it. Play eligibility, have a normal name, okay? Indy, I'm looking at you, Obama to the rim. All right, have a normal bloody name. Because again, we want to showcase you and promote you. All right? Don't have like nonsensical names. Don't try to like pretend to be us. Don't try to pretend to be another person. Don't put any like political figures. Indie. Again, we can ask you to change the name. All right? And remember, like, this is an official event. For us, at least. Okay? We try to showcase you in the best light possible. So let's work together on it. Okay? You are also the team that wants to be promoted. You want to be recognized and, you know, talked about. So make sure you promote yourself in the best light possible as well. We can only do so much. All right? A lot of things are on you and your input. Okay. Here's the thing. We don't allow tier 1 players to participate. Just because, again, it's a roster lock. Okay? I don't want to have a PL player be on your roster and then you roster lock it. For example, you're in qualifying team, okay? You're a qualifier team. You bring in Bolo and Achieved, who cares, right? And then you have to play. And then your player's not available. Is Bolo gonna sub in? I didn't think so. So make sure you have only the players who can actually play. Okay? No tier 1. No Bolo. I don't mean a single amount, but no tier 1, okay? You guys can be located anywhere. I need to have minimal level 50, so don't bring your level 10 Smurf, okay? Your main accounts. Obviously, only main accounts, okay? Don't play on Bagel 445, okay? I want to see a real name. Same thing with Forest. Yeah, I've seen your names. Split 1 with your ape names. Leabunia. Oh my god. Player behavior. Okay, be normal. Don't be stupid. Act like adults, please. Player probation. Again, this is. Hope you're never there. Moss. Okay, Moss is unquestionably mandatory. Like, you guys can't. Like, you guys are all players. Like, if you qualify, I expect you to know what Moss is. Okay? Because if you qualify and you don't know what Moss is, I have a big problem. Alright? We're gonna have a big talk. Cheating. Did you know that cheating is not allowed? You guys can't cheat. Connection and latency, 120 milliseconds. Again, this is just something that all of you guys know. VPN, blah, blah, blah. Don't use glitches. And we'll cast you guys. Cool. That's a rule book. Okay? If you guys have questions, please contact us. Reach out to us. Type in. Okay? This is just a general overview of the rulebook. Again, if you want to make sure you read more information, please do. Please, I beg, read the rulebook. If you feel like a rulebook is missing something, contact us. All right? Because we will go over it together and we'll try to make it good. Okay? So this is the end of the video. If you guys stuck with me for the whole spiel, good. So I gotta make a second video for qualifiers now. All right, peace.